everyone, and welcome to another segment of Reviewing the Web with your hostess, Winsong. Now today we're going to take a look at a very creative YouTube show made by an equally creative YouTuber. And the name of this show is... Yep, you heard, or in this case, saw right, Carol the Wild. Created, animated, and half the time voiced by Triple of Doom herself. Now before we get into the show itself, let's take a look at a little bit of her history on YouTube. Joining the YouTube community on March 11, 2008, Triple of Doom actually started off with a show called Warriors, Cats of the Wild. At least I think that's what it's called. Well, basically, Warriors is actually based on the books created by Aaron Hunter. Which, anyway, is kind of a good starting point for a fellow animator like Triple of Doom if you want to start off somewhere. At least in my opinion. The first episode of Warriors was actually uploaded onto YouTube on April 17th, 2008. It wasn't all that great, but still a little impressive due to the background is sometimes a real scenery. Not to mention that for a beginner, she did manage to get the mouth moving down. And she did actually voice, I think, nearly all of the characters for the first few episodes. Anyway, by episode 11, the animation and background start to get a little better. Like, there's more shade to the characters, she's actually made her own sceneries instead of using pictures of real sceneries. You know what I mean. As time goes on, not only is there a growth in animation, but more voice actor and actresses joins the show as well. Even starts to add some hilarious, if not cute, intros, but then impressive for the Warriors series. At least, to me they are. The series Warriors, which I should have mentioned before, based off the first book, it consists of 23 episodes and even has a big collab of cat animation at the last episode for the big Warriors fight. And boy, was that ever a collab. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, once this show was done over with, she started to give her focus on what this show is about. Carol of the Wild. The first episode of Carol of the Wild was uploaded on January 11, 2009. Well, basically in this show, it's a story about a cow named Millie who chooses to join a pack of wolves and singing or howling with them. Though the stories, I think, slightly mostly around the wolves, there's actually good reason. There's a bit of background story with certain members of the pack during the show, since in the beginning the story starts off with a bit of a tragedy. Not saying what it is. Not to mention leaving a lot of unanswered questions once you start off from the first episode. A clever way to keep viewers hooked, if truth be told. You know, come to think of it, it's kind of like Naruto. Only instead of constantly going back and forth of the present and then the past, they actually stick to the present, but only occasionally looking into the past. So this way you understand the character's background and such, as well as where they came from or how they end up the way they are. Yeah, you get the point. For now the show is on hiatus. Carol of the Wild so far consists of 21 and a half episodes. The second part of episode 21 is still somewhat being worked on, but like I said, the show is somewhat on hiatus since Triple is actually still in high school, which in a way shows how impressive her talents have grown since I think she's at grade 8th, 9th? Well, either way, she actually started off a few years back. Well, anyway, she basically, when she started off with the whole animation thing, I believe she was probably somewhere in the 6th, 5th grade. So you gotta admit, from coming this far into the animation world, that's actually pretty impressive. Even though I can't remember exactly her age, but still impressive. She's also done some spoofs, music videos, and other original animation, and a whole lot more that I can't exactly name up onto this review. But either way, they're all very impressive, and some of them are quite funny. She also has a blog channel called The Humble Hobbit, if you guys are interested. And as ratings go, Triple of Doom and her shows get a 10 out of 10. And if you're wondering why, this is why. In the beginning, when she put up the first episode of Warriors, I would say that was about a 4.5. Because like I said, due to the quality of the animation, even though it wasn't all that great, but at the same time it was somewhat impressive and showed it had a lot of room for potentiality. But as time goes, it slowly came up to 10 due to how much she progressed. And believe me, in the world of animation and voice acting and such, that can be a very, very big deal if you're looking to get into that sort of lifestyle or job. Well, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and sorry it took so long. It's a long story. Probably best not to say why. Anyway, this is Winsong, signing off.